Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino. Tuesday, May 21st, 2024. I'm really happy to be here with all of you, honestly. Sometimes this stuff gets to me like you have no idea. And today is one of those days. And let me put a perspective on this for you. First of all, can you guys all hear me and see me okay? Because this thing is freaking out right now. So I hope you guys can see me and hear me. Um, anyway, so we got it's just crazy, man. We got a new record high today for the S&P 500. Thanks, Shannon. And a new record high for the Nasdaq. Let me say this. You and I have nailed this to the wall. We said, I don't know how long now, very long time, that the worse the economy gets, the higher the stock market is going to go. And people are suffering on a massive scale. This freak show. This is this is a disaster on a scale that is very difficult to get your head around. I mean, look, I'm going to just cut right to this with you. Right here and right now. You got to dig for some of this stuff once in a while. It's not easy to find, but this was an interesting article that came out. This is from News Smart News. Unfortunately, I don't have the writer's name. This is just some of the highlights of it here. So right now, food insecurity or hunger here in the United States has hit a 2-decade high. Let me just read a little bit of this to you. The national average cost per meal has reached its highest point in the last 2 decades. 40% of the food insecure population in the United States is now white demographically. This is the highest level in history. Food insecurity rates among Black and Latino individuals continue to exceed those of white individuals in most counties. Okay. Food insecurity exists right now in all 50 states, including District of Columbia, and child food insecurity or hunger rates reach almost 50% in some counties. So is this the booming economy that we've been told about? You got Jeffrey Gundlach today. I used to respect this guy, but I think he must be bought and paid for, okay? Because they float this guy out, the bond king, multi-billionaire. He must know something, right? Because he's a multi-billionaire. He's talking about how the United States might fall into recession. I would say that we have now food insecurity at a 2-decade high is a pretty good sign that things aren't so good. Now, this is this is Business Insider talking about recession. Recession seems almost certain. Oh, it's almost certain. Which threatens to pummel household businesses and the stock market. Unemployment has jumped higher in the last in 19 states, making a national recession almost inevitable. Let's move forward with this here. This is just insane. Now, I ran a poll here with all of you, and 71% of you said that the current state of affairs with skyrocketing inflation was impacting your life. Now, here we go. This is today. 2/3 of Americans say inflation has made their financial situation worse. That's just a big fat duh. But I'm here to tell you that if you think it's bad now, you have no idea what's going on. And here's what's happening, and I really hope this is not you. Also from today's CNBC. Americans are going into debt to buy groceries. You and I called this. We said this would happen. People are going to melt their credit cards to try to maintain some kind of a lifestyle, but they're being pushed deliberately down to the lower rung of society. Okay. This is the neo-feudal system that you and I have been talking about. Now, I want you to keep this in mind before we move forward. Now, I really want you to focus on what I'm about to say. All right. So, food insecurity or hunger in the United States at a 2-decade high, and it's out of control. Homelessness. We are going off the charts here. All right. This is going back here. 2000, looks like 2008, 2009. You can see even during the great so-called, recession, that homelessness was dropping. Even when freaking Obama took office, it was dropping. Started to pick up a little bit towards the end of Obama. During Trump, big move higher in homelessness. Now, during this freak thing, look at this. Do you notice something here? It's skyrocketing. Do you believe that this trend is going to stop? Carlos, thank you. We're going to go so far off the charts here with homelessness. Probably some of you out here, maybe me too. You can't make this stuff up here. So we got hunger now at a 20-year high in the United States. We've never seen the demographics like this before, that, so-called privileged white individuals now, their highest rate of hunger ever in history. Okay. And now you got, no one's going to show you this. Not Trump, not the freaking Biden, because we're the envy of the world. And I guess we were the envy of the world during Trump too. No, that was easy money. That's all it was. Okay. Rah, stock market. See what I'm talking about? Record high today. Economy is in absolute shambles. Couldn't possibly be worse. But a lot of you were lulled into some sense that this is the savior here. How about no? No one's saving you people. But look at what's happening here. We are going off the charts. And with all these calls of a recession seems possible, and Jeffrey Gunlock, maybe a recession. You got to be kidding me. We are in a depression, and it's getting much. People are done. They've maxed out their credit cards. They've burned through all of their savings, personal debt, household debt skyrocketing, banks being loaded to the hilt with bad loans here. Wait till that. We haven't even seen where this is going here with regard to the commercial real estate issues, which you have no idea where that's going. Some of you probably do. We are going to see a domino effect of banks collapse. There's just no doubt. I called this out before anybody else, before the mainstream media, before a single person here on YouTube. You all know that. I said no loans, no deals, no deposits. This started to hit the regional institutions. Mitch knows what I'm talking about. And I can tell you right now, for a fact, I know people that work at the big banks, the big mega banks. They are in trouble too. Okay. Bank of America, number one, in trouble right now. I can tell you that right now. Okay. Maybe I got a little insight into this, maybe a little inside information here. Well, that's where we're going, people, but we're just done. Okay. You want to look at done? That's done. That's what homelessness is looking like here. Out of control. 2/3 of you are borrowing just to eat. Americans going into debt just to eat. Okay. It's just a freaking nightmare on a grand scale here. Hunger in America skyrocketing, but we only might go into recession. It may happen, but we're the envy of the world too. You know that. And who's responsible for who runs the economy? Is it Biden? The man can't even put a coherent sentence together. You think it's Biden that runs the economy? Honestly, how about no? Or Trump, or the freak before him, or the freak before him? Robert knows what I'm talking about. No, it's the Fed. It's the central banks who run the entire show. They even control the flow of information. Why do you think you can't get information like this from the mainstream media? Because they're told to read a script. They're told what to say. Just imagine for a second this piece of news like that. This would be shown on the mainstream media. It's just absolutely, completely out of control, people. It's never going to happen. I'm losing track of whatever I wanted to show you. Food insecurity at a 2-decade high, or hunger here. People borrowing just so they can eat. Man, I tell you. But the stock market's doing great. Oh, absolutely. New record high for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ as well, with the Dow not too far behind. Doing great. This is exactly what we're talking about here. The 1% and 2%ers own the vast majority of this stock market, okay? And, they're doing great. The 1% and 2%ers, the rich, the elite, they're laughing. They're laughing. No such thing as trickle down. You all know that. It's just whatever's in Janet Yellen's Depends and poopy pants over there dripping down his leg. Joe knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's a propaganda machine. On a massive scale, you can't listen to a damn thing. And I know most of you don't listen to the mainstream media because it's all lies, all distractions, all deceptions on an epic scale. You can't make this stuff up. People, I don't know another way to tell you this. But forget about recession, okay? We're going into the greatest depression. And not only that, when this thing really starts to get going, we haven't seen anything yet because the Fed is already in place. The Fed's buying all the debt that China's dumping. They're going to buy a lot more debt, at least in my opinion here. This is going to further distort asset prices. It's going to create much more inflation because that's what it's designed to do, okay? And we're just starting to see, if you recall, I've shown this chart to you several times. I don't have it with me right now. The money velocity, or the rate at which cash is moving through an economy. We're dead. The economy is dead and buried. But meanwhile, we're seeing a tick higher here with the rate of cash which cash is moving through the economy. This is all these extra bills in whatever form they've been created, in this case by the Fed, starting to chase a lesser amount of goods. We're going to run into a resource problem. I've outlined this for you for over 10 years, and they're starving us. What better way to control people than to make them hungry, to make them homeless? We called this out years ago, and we're seeing it now. I am what's his name? Nostradamus, okay? None of us are. But I'm telling you, just looking at the way things are playing out makes it very, very simple to gauge where the most likely end is going to be. So, I don't know what to tell you. And I'm telling you here, you think we're done? You think whatever freak they stick behind the Resolute desk is going to change all this? They don't run a damn thing. We already know where the currency is going. No matter what freak gets behind the Resolute desk, we know where corporate America is going. Oh, did you hear Joe freaking creature Bidenstein? He's making his way over to Wall Street, promising them the world, just like Trump did. They all do the same thing. Trump made a big mistake here. I'm going to tell you what he did. He went to Wall Street first a while back. He wanted to hear and take in what the promises were made by Trump. Now he's going to outdo them. You understand? He's going to Wall Street, as they all do, because it's the 1% and 2%ers who choose whoever sits behind the Resolute desk. It's not you and me, people. And they're going to put whatever puppet they want in there to make sure the corporate agenda gets fulfilled, to make sure the currency gets weakened, make sure it loses purchasing power, make sure the distortions across the spectrum of asset classes gets even worse. Again, that's opportunity for you and me. We know what to do about it. But how do you feel about that? That every single prospective chosen one, president, has to go to Wall Street before they go to you and me, okay? And the way it looks right now, it doesn't matter. But I'm just going to tell you, I can't imagine that the creature behind the Resolute desk is going to get reselected. Because what he did was found out what Trump promised Wall Street, corporate America, and he said, don't worry about what Trump promised you. This is what I got for you. Okay, so that's where this is all going, people. It's out of control. You got to own commodities, people. I don't know what else to say. Okay, gain further exposure. I got a headache that my head could explode right now. My freaking blood pressure must be in the freaking stratosphere. I'm going to tell you the same thing that I've been telling you for over 10 years. People, look, you got to bet against the system. The system is imploding, and the system is coming apart by design. Nothing whatsoever that we are seeing here is just a comedy of errors. Just things didn't fall into place like this just by accident. Those of you that think it has, well, then I don't know where you live or what planet you're freaking on or what you're smoking or drinking or shooting or snorting, okay? This is deliberate, and it is not done. I've been warning people, you and I have nailed it here. The neo-feudal system, a two-tier society, they're destroying people. They're bringing us to our knees. These people are on their knees right now. They can't make ends meet. They're hungry, okay? And again, what better way to control people than the hunger in their belly? The hunger, and they can't do anything about it. They got to go freaking dumpster diving. People are living in their cars, junkyards, out in the woods, whatever they can now, and this is going to explode moving forward. In 2025, as I've been telling you about, it looks like everything is lining up for after the selection, people. Be ready. Be ready for a worst case scenario. And I'm not talking about the stock market. These imbeciles, people, oh, Greg, you've been warning about a crash for 1,000 years. It's not the market. I've been telling everyone since Trump first took office that this market was going to go record high, record high, record high, record high, record high, record high. I think I nailed it to the wall. I'm talking about the economy here, okay? And the illusion of the market is being maintained. The worse off the economy is, the worse off the people are, the higher the market's going to go. I've been telling you that for years and years and years. I tell you, man, they're creating slavery. This is modern day slavery to the system, dependency on the system. This is why we can never have a revolution, people. We can't have it because they're too many. You think that's by accident too? That they're creating people that are dependent on the system? Why would these people cannot rebel against a system that's now supporting them from cradle to grave? And all it's doing for the rest of us is making our life much harder, because the cash to do all this must be added to a digital screen, created out of nothing, which is obviously currency negative, but very central bank positive. I laugh, okay, when people write to me, Greg, the Fed is dead. The Fed is dead. The Fed is in absolute control. Central banks are in absolute. This is what they have tried to do. People, for over a century, this has been their plan. Where we are today, right freaking now. Do your own research on this. Don't take my word for nothing. Oh, man, I think I got to end this video. I'm actually getting freaking dizzy. Woo. Anyway, look, I can't stand this, all right? I really can't stand hearing this stuff. The nonsense, how great our economy is, how strong we are. People are starving. Homelessness is skyrocketing. And we're doing so. I can't even do it anymore, man. I can't. I really can't do it anymore. All right, look. I'll take a couple of questions from all of you before I get going, but I gotta call this. I really have I've had enough of this. I need a break. I'm being honest with you. Anything else, you guys? Did I cover everything I should have? Honestly, thanks, Big Rick. That's why I love being here with all of you. All right, because you guys help me out. Yes, I come out here, but and I vent and I need this, but then you guys here. Now the Copo is not going to be ready, unfortunately. I might race the Challenger. They sent me the wrong throttle body. It's a nightmare. But anyway, I'm going to fix that too. Anyway, 1-to-1 Dow Anakai. Goulstein, thank you. Coco's eating actually right now, guys and girls. Anyway, look, thank you. Thank you for calming me down a little bit, man. I tell you, I need all of you so bad. This is a disaster in my desk right now. Magic Mika, Axiom, I know Lav is here. A beautiful friend, Lord Humongous. I think he's gone to the afterlife, man. This guy would have never left me, man. He would never left us. He loved this community. He really, really did. And it's kind of sad. All right, people, look, we're going to get out of here. Love you all from the heart. I mean that. Think about what I have spoken about here. I'm going to ask you from my heart to please share this stuff. I'm here. My blood pressure is going to the moon. My heart is freaking pounding. I'm sweating. It's got to be worth at least a share. Please get this stuff out there. Talk about what's going on. People are not going to find this stuff out anywhere. They're being brainwashed by the mainstream media, by politicians, by Fed presidents, whoever it might be, by people like Gunlock. Oh, maybe a recession. Oh, it's probably people. They're being destroyed. Being destroyed. So share the stuff, get it out there. Those thumbs up, very valuable. Thank you here. 535 so far. I would really wish we could do something with that too, people. Okay. What's my take on crypto? Everyone, tell Linus what Greg Mannarino's take on crypto is. All right. I'm not even going to go over it. I'm not going to talk about it. Because I've been talking about crypto and silver and gold and platinum and palladium and commodities and the market, and I've nailed it. Honestly, people have nailed it. I don't think, honestly, that there are people out here who have nailed it to the wall more than we have. And it's only because we're aware. We know what's going on. As I've been telling you, we know who our enemy is. We know what they want. And it's unfolding exactly as we said. Yeah, that's crazy. I got a pet rock right here. The Moldavite. This thing went up like 5,000% since I bought it. I'm not like this little stupid thing right here. I got pieces of rock all over the freaking place. I'm a freak. I admit it. I'm a freak. Anyway, guys and girls, look, I'm gonna get going. As I said, thanks for helping me calm down. I really melted down during this one. It's I hate it. I want people to be prosperous. I wish these people would join our community. I think we've created something real here, and I'm trying my best to help everybody. We together are making a positive difference in the world, and I believe that with my heart, or I wouldn't be out here. I can promise you that. I don't need my blood pressure to go to the moon. I don't need to get dizzy spells and hyper, whatever. All right, but I'm out here. All right, people. I will see all of you in the morning. So that means I'm going to ask you to please take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Right, Mitch? Thanks, everybody. I'll see you in the morning.